any other items right now that is going on where for you politically, with what's going on with White House right now, where politically for you, you're a little bit confused with?
Well, tell me what you mean by that. The White House.
Just some of the decisions. There's a lot of victories right now. You're seeing a lot of victories. You're seeing the big, beautiful bill. You're seeing, Russia, Putin, Trump talking. You're seeing China. You're seeing tariffs. Before
we move on from the Epstein thing real quick, if we could go to this is present day. This is the...
For years, Sean Diddy Combs stood as an untouchable icon of success. Music mogul, entrepreneur, and Hollywood powerhouse. But beneath the glitz and glamour lies a chilling story of control, fear, and blackmail. Investigative journalist James O'Keefe has uncovered damning evidence of secret recordings and hidden cameras at private parties hosted by Diddy. These weren't ordinary parties. They were calculated operations designed to capture compromising moments, to silence, and manipulate some of the industry's biggest stars.
What is the thing that needs to be on video in your mind?
Mind? It's very easy for me.
Tell me.
It's very easy. It's gay sex with, men that, play straight.
I see.
And that is
blackmail.
Released.
In other words, these men have internal conflicts and they're blackmailed over this. And
I think those video footages, believe it or not, I believe exist in different people's phones because I think these guys are so... Diddy thought he was so untouchable that no one was ever going to lose. And they would airdrop a video to each other.
Like iPhone, iOS, just in the photos.
I am willing to bet that in some kind of a folder it's sitting there with these footages, that people save, that's got a specific code that the video's all the way in and say, watch what I have with what we did here and here and there.
I think that too, and also the so-called blackmail. How do you think it actually works? Like, what is the conversation like? In your mind, in your imagination, I'm just curious, you guys, because that helps me as an investigative understand what I'm trying to catch.
How do I think Diddy's model works?
Correct. What's your hypotheses?
I mean, it's very simple. You come to the house, you party, you have one of the girls that locks onto one of the guys who's one of your workers. They go upstairs. There's 17 cameras in there. He says, hey, man, can I get a room? Yeah, bro, just go use my room. Goes to the room, leaves. She's 17, she's 15. Or there's a guy in there, and I record it, I have it. And the next day I say, hey, I just want to let you know, here's what I got. It's very simple. Moving forward, anything I ask from you, I need you to do.
This is not a story about rumors or gossip. It's about a meticulously organized blackmail network with far-reaching consequences. Rapper Meek Mill has added fuel to the fire, dropping cryptic messages that suggest a deeper conspiracy tied to Diddy's empire. The power at play here is not just financial, it's psychological. This scandal threatens to expose the very foundations of Hollywood's hidden power structures.
What is the thing that needs to be exposed? What, if exposed, would change things? That's helpful to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about... Okay, so if you want to be part of something legendary, I'm talking legendary, is in the 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, J. Edgar Hoover, all these guys, when the FBI first started with him, there is no such thing as Italian, the crime family. That doesn't exist, right? Organized crime family doesn't exist. All right, now they know they had intel on him with the cross-dressing stuff. But in the 80s, Giuliani was able to bring down the mob with the help of the RICO law by this professor from Rutgers, that all of a sudden we saw a couple hundred mob bosses, underbosses, consiglieri, handcuffed, walking out, getting arrested. That was unfreaking believable.
Right.
It was something that everybody around the world heard about, the news, okay?
Them being perp walked.
Of course. If you, James, if you want something that is revolutionary, a breakthrough, it's Diddy because he's alive. The people are alive. With Epstein, Epstein is
dead.
Yeah. But if you get something from Leon Black, Rob, is Leon Black still alive?
I believe
If
so.
you go get something from Leon Black, which I don't know if you pursued or not.
Yes, 73 years old.
Okay, Leon Black is the one that apparently paid Epstein $150 million in consulting
Man's
fees
still alive.
for tax purposes. Ron, can you type in tax purposes or tax Epstein? Just type tax Epstein. So right there, Leon Black gave $170 million to Epstein for click on it, Rob, so we can read the story. So Leon Black.
According to sources, private gatherings held by Diddy were laden with cameras positioned in every room, capturing not just the highs of success, but the darkest vulnerabilities. These videos, saved and weaponized, ensured that anyone who tiamunas stepped out of line faced swift retaliation. More insiders are stepping forward, and the walls of silence built around Diddy's operations are starting to crumble. The entertainment world is shaken. No longer will the powerful hide behind their fame and money.
He looks like he saw a freaking ghost. Did you see that, Pat?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Robbie, I sent it to you in the Slack, but
I just think, the part with what world we're living in today, we're living in a world today where we're not sure the U.S. government is gonna drop these stories because these are stories you can use to get intel.
I mean, this is, I commit to you that I will do this. And I usually do get the story. Sometimes it takes me a little longer than I'd like, but this is also very dangerous, wouldn't you admit, to do these stories?
Well, you subscribe to this lifestyle.
I certainly did. I remember you said, about a year ago, you said, James O'Keefe has chosen a tough life. And it was I think it was a more profound statement than even you intended. Not tough in the way that most people, usually they use the courts against me, legal, lawyers. That's a whole other conversation. But this is very dangerous, and the people that have come before me, like what's the movie To Kill a Messenger, with about a reporter in California who reported on the CIA and the drugs and the CIA, and they were given, and he committed suicide. I think he shot himself in the head twice, by the way.
oh,
Yeah, this guy. It was based upon Gary Webb, To Kill a Messenger, and these are the reporters that came before me. Gary Webb managed to shoot himself in the head twice.
how?
That's a really impressive thing to
talented.
do.
That's super
Holy
talented.
moly.
You'd think the gun would fall out of your hand the first time.
You would think.
Yeah, he did some stories on the CIA. It was a great movie, and Gary Webb has a remarkable quote, an incredible quote that I would like to read on the air in front of all of you, and it's from this book that was written called "To Kill a Messenger," and I'm going to paraphrase because I can't pull it up, but it's Gary Webb says, I was winning. I'm going to paraphrase it. I was winning awards. I was getting accolades. I was giving speeches. I won the Pulitzer Prize. And then I broke some stories. He's talking about the one about the CIA that made me realize how misplaced my bliss had been. I started messing with the wrong people. And I began to realize I had misplaced my value in what I actually value. And I'm butchering the quote, but it's a profound quote. And then he committed suicide. So my point to you is that this is very dangerous, man.
As this scandal unfolds, one thing is clear. No secret stays buried forever. The walls of silence around Diddy's empire are breaking down, and the truth is coming out, louder and stronger than ever. Stay with us, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to catch every shocking update.